Hi, my name is Richard Peterson. I work in the fishing department, Bass Pro Shops in Cincinnati, Ohio. Just wanted to show you a couple of modifications to a jig and a trailer, a bass jig and trailer that kind of enhance the jig a little bit, performance and look-wise. I'll start with this one here. This is just a standard Bass Pro Enticer jig. It does have rattles already on it, if you can hear that. A couple things I like to do first off, figure out which trailer you're going to use. Right here I have a chunk, just a typical chunk trailer. You want to hang that, kind of line that up on the, line that up where it's going to hook on, and make sure your skirts aren't hanging past the bend in the legs or the craws on the jig. And if you need to trim that back, the way I always do that, you turn your jig upside down, and you want to cut your skirt straight across like that. I'm going to kind of enhance that cut a little bit more than I normally would, so you can see it a little better. And you see that shortens that up. You can kind of trim that a little bit more, make it nice. And by turning it upside down, what it does, it gives you a round bell-shaped bottom on it instead of a straight flat across the body. And then when you hook this up, slide that on, and that skirt's not coming down and blocking your claws. You still have a little bit more. You have a little bit more visibility of the claws on the jig. Also on the trailer, what I like to do, you can see these trailers. They're just kind of basically straight. They don't really look like a claw. I like to cut that and make it look like a little bit of a claw look to it. That's one side. Like that. So that way in the water, that looks more like a crawfish's claw. This here is a Bass Pro Enticer football jig. You do the same thing on these. And I'll show you another little technique I forgot to show you on this. I'll show you here. In nature, generally nothing in nature has really got straight right angles like this weed guard does. So a couple things you can do to make that look a little bit better. What I like to do, I take my thumb and lay it right across where the hook goes straight across, and I kind of squeeze that and fan that out. And I will cut this from this point here over to where my finger is right there. So we'll do that. Have a decent pair of scissors also. And what that does, that kind of tapers it. The shorter you go with your weed guard, the stiffer it is, so you're not going to hang up as much. And another thing it does, when you have just a standard weed guard, you're protected from hanging up over the top, but not from the sides. You can still snag up on the sides. So what cutting that down does, it makes it stronger. And then also what I'll do, I'll put my thumb behind the jig head there, and I'll just kind of roll it back and forth and spread those fibers out. And that kind of makes it blend in. You can spread those out a little bit more, and it covers your hook protection from the sides and the top. Just like that. And another thing that I like to do is on your trailers, if you want to, I'm not a big fan personally of these bigger rattles like this. I like the smaller cylinder rattles. I don't know if you can see that there or not with that contrast there. I like to tuck that in the body of the bait, like so. I just tuck it right in here, and you get a little bit less of a real loud rattle. I mean, in dirty water situations, you might need to go with the louder rattles, but I just tuck that in there. Make sure you go past the end of it and kind of squeeze it in there so that rubber seals up behind here. And that's pretty much what I do. That's basically your modified jig and trailer.